Hello friends, and welcome to today's daily devotion. I'm reading to you from the Gospel of Matthew, the 5th chapter, verses 1 through 5. Hear now these words. When Jesus saw the crowds, he went up the mountain, and after he sat down, his disciples came to him. Then he began to speak and taught them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth." This is the beginning of what we call the Sermon on the Mount. In Matthew's Gospel, this is the first section of the Gospel that really dives into what Jesus is teaching the people, and especially teaching his disciples. And Jesus begins with what we call the Beatitudes. And if you want to know why they're called Beatitudes, then you'll want to show up on Sunday and join us, because this is the scripture that we will be looking at. And we'll be looking at the Beatitudes each of these final 3 weeks in November. But today I want us to think about what Jesus is saying when he says, "Those who are poor in spirit, they are blessed. Those who are in mourning, they too are blessed. And those who are meek, they are blessed." These are not the kinds of people that we tend to think of as being blessed people. Instead, these are kind of the people that we feel sorry for, and we aren't necessarily wanting to be those kinds of people. So when Jesus says these are the ones who are blessed, then that means we need to pay attention. Jesus says the poor in spirit will receive the kingdom of heaven. Jesus says those who are mourning, they will be comforted, and those who are meek, they will inherit the earth. What Jesus is trying to get across is that God sees life very differently than the world does. And so if we want to understand God, we have to start looking at things from God's perspective instead of our own. And here with these first 3 Beatitudes, Jesus is saying, in God's eyes, being weak, W-E-A-K, is better than being strong. That's not the way we usually see the world. We usually think that might makes right. But God says, no, that's not the way it should be. So I encourage you today to think about how you can allow your weakness to be used by God to reveal his strength. May you be a meek person today, and come Sunday to find out what it means to really be meek. And if you can't be with us on Sunday, then go worship somewhere where you are locally. And then I'll see you on Monday for another daily devotion.